Mrs. Holly here again, and I have with me the last of the sequels of the alphabet stories. Do you remember the first one was the Alphabet Adventure, where little Dot lost his eye? I'm sorry, little I lost his dot. And then the next one was Alphabet Mystery, where X mysteriously took off in the night on a pencil, and the rest of the alphabet had to go find him and bring him back to make the magic birthday cake for Mom at the end. And this one is called Alphabet Rescue. And again, I want you to be thinking about the story elements. This is a definite fiction story with lots of creative imagination by Audrey Wood. At the end of the alphabet mystery, we filled out one of these. I'm going to be having you think about these parts, these elements of the story as we go along. Think about where the setting is, who are the characters, what problem do we have in this story, and how is it solved? Here we go. Alphabet Rescue. Written by Audrey Wood. Illustrated by Bruce Wood, her son, again on the computer. The little letters in Charlie's alphabet had worked hard all year long in school, helping him learn to read and write. As Charlie packed to visit his grandparents, his alphabet took off on a pencil. They were ready for a vacation too. The little letters soared past the moon to Alphabet City, the place where they were made. So it's the end of a school year, just like it's almost an end of the school year for us first graders. And Charlie is going to his grandparents for a vacation. So the letters are going to take off and go back to the factory where they were made in Alphabet City for a little vacation themselves. The next morning, Charlie's alphabet came across some capital letters with a new fire engine. They were practicing with their big fire hoses. "Let us try, please," the little letters begged. "Well, okay," Fire Chief F said, "just for a minute." Oh, yes, of course, Fire Chief would be the F, right? Because it starts with Fire Chief. But when the little letters tried, the hose whipped around like a wild snake, spraying all of the capital letters. "Fire hoses are for big letters only," Fire Chief F explained. "Go and play where you won't get into trouble." Kind of reminds you of adults and kids, huh? Capital letters being the adults and the lowercase letters being the kids. Behind the firehouse, they discovered an old broken down fire engine. Little E and little X had an excellent idea, of course. "Let's rescue it," they exclaimed. Ooh, rescue. All of the little letters searched until they found what was needed to fix up the old fire truck. Check out what they found. T found a tire. B found a bell. Nice. M found the mirror. Oh, look over here. Z found a zebra. Oh, I'm not quite so sure how that zebra is going to help fix up that old fire truck. I guess we'll find out. Here's the fire truck. When they were finished, it looked fantastic. I see the bell right here. And check it out. If you can see it, real tiny right there is the zebra. It's the little hood ornament or decoration that's out front sometimes on cars. Clang, clang! Little B rang the fire engine bell as they drove away. Soon they came to some letters, trying to wash a very dirty car. Ooh, check out those letters. It's a U, an M, capital M, and a D. I'd say that since this was capital, it would be the beginning, the first letter. D. What are they spelling? Mud. It certainly was a muddy car. To the rescue, little Lars shouted as they turned on their fire hoses. Before long, they were aiming them perfectly, and the car was sparkling clean. Cleaned off that mud. Farther down the road, they heard sad cries for help. 3 letters had climbed too high in the tree, and they were afraid to come down. Check out what 3 letters. Cat. A cat's up in the tree. Our fire engine has ladders and nets, little N shouted. We will rescue you. As the sun set beyond the city, Charlie's little letters noticed an angry cloud of smoke in the sky. Look, little F exclaimed. The letter-making factory is on fire. If the factory burns, little X said, that would be extra bad. Children won't have alphabets to learn at school. Whee! A loud siren sounded. The capital letters were speeding down the road on their big fire engine toward the factory. But as they passed by, a tire blew out. The big truck spun out of control and rolled over. None of the capital letters were hurt, but they were scattered everywhere. When the little letters saw that the big fire engine was broken, they came to the rescue again. Climb aboard, Capital's little C called. Our fire engine can fight the fire. All of the letters hung on tightly as the little engine sped to the fire. Look, they're all with their partner, capitals and lower cases. At the factory, the letters aimed their hoses. Look, they're working together, capitals and lowercase. And they sprayed water into the boiling smoke and fire. Oh, look, here goes C, climbing. And L is holding the ladder. Inside the factory, they used their ladders and nets to rescue a new batch of little E's that were trapped up on the balcony. C and L are climbing up to get them. At last the fire was out. Clang, clang! Fire Chief F rang the fire engine bell. Then he announced, Charlie's little letters and their fantastic fire engine are welcome at our firehouse anytime. The next day, as they rode in a parade through the streets of Alphabet City, the Alphabet heroes were cheered by everyone. Look, even their friends Cat and Mud are there. At the end of the parade, some of the new letters that had been saved from ruin spelled out a message to Charlie's alphabet. So here they go on the parade route, and look up here, these letters. What are they saying? Thank you, thank you, thank you. The little letters returned home just in time. Charlie's vacation had ended too. He needed his little letters to help him write an important card to his grandparents. So they did. Check out what they wrote. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He's writing thank you for his visit to his grandparents. Great idea. It'd be good for you to write a note to your grandparents. Super good story. So let's take a look at all those story elements. What's the setting of this story? Yes, the setting takes place outside a city. Okay, so we've got the buildings here, the tall city with the little windows, and we've got the fire engine truck with the big wheels going by and the ladder. Okay, that's where it takes place. And the characters again, are all the alphabet. There's little X. He's on the truck, and we can add a G over here, and maybe T is right. Oh, T is right there next to the tire. That's good. B's up there for the bell. Oh, we can't forget R, the rescue letter. Okay, all the letters of the alphabet. And what's the problem? The problem was that the factory was on fire, and the letters in their truck had to come help to put the fire out. The solution? They worked together as a T, capital letters and lowercase letters together. I'm going to put the captain right there with lowercase letters, holding on to the hose with everybody else. Put capital T and lowercase t over there. They're working as a team to solve the problems, to rescue. And that's what it takes lots of time. It takes working as a team to make things right. Don't be afraid to ask your friends to be on your team and to help you work something out. And also, the alphabets, the younger alphabet didn't do everything right the first time, did they? Yeah, the hose went wild on them that first time. And then they practiced on the muddy car, and they practiced helping the cat in the tree. And after they practiced, then they could do it. They could help the big letters with a major fire. So practicing does help you solve problems at the end and helps you become successful, be a hero at the end. And then again, we always need to remember to say thank you for things that we have been helped with. Great, wonderful lessons from a fiction book by Audrey Wood.